So, Darcy, you are a prize winner of the Prix de Lausanne in 1986, and you are back here today for the 52nd edition of the Prix de Lausanne as our president of the jury. It's such an honor to have you here.
Yeah, it's lovely to be here.
Thank you. Yes, I kind of wanted to know, since this is your third day in, you've watched some classical classes as well as the contemporary. You're watching and observing the candidates already. What is your first impression of this competition?
Well, for me, I love to see young, hungry talent, and without fail, you will always have that with the Prix de Lausanne, and the best from around the world, which is very exciting to watch. It's all about the next generation and what they give to the art. So I do find it very enthralling to see their interpretations, how the teaching and development has changed or just evolved, but also how true it is to the purity of the classical form, and holding on to that. So yeah, it's very exciting seeing new people come through and their enthusiasm, their eyes that light up, and how they're just taking in all that knowledge from these great coaches and teachers. So it's a very exciting place for them to be in. I mean, I remember, but of course 38 years ago, we didn't have social media, so I had no understanding of what I was stepping into, where a lot of these candidates have a better understanding of where they're going and what they're stepping into. But yes, it's a great honor to be president of the jury, and I have a wonderful team, so I'm very lucky.
Right, thank you. Speaking of memories, what are some of your fondest memories as a candidate of the competition?
Well, I suppose it was being with other students, other candidates in exactly the same position as you, and seeing that vast amount of talent and what we were all striving for. And it felt more of a team than it was a competition. So that was really a lovely memory. But also that extraordinary, the feeling, the anticipation, the nerves, wanting to do your best, which is such an important feeling to have from a young age, to achieve to aspirations, and to then meet so much talent from around the world. It really set my bar higher, and I was like, oh my gosh, I got to work harder, and I got to do this better, and I got to do this better. So it's such an important lesson to learn at a young age, to never be complacent.
Excellent. We actually have some footage of you from the archives, so your classical and contemporary solo. Would you like to watch them?
I don't think I have a choice, do I? Yes, very happy. That's where I start to criticize all my... When you're young, you have lots of funny habits that you try and get rid of.
Right.
Did I get rid of them? I remember having big problems with my point shoes because I wasn't very strong, and my point shoes used to get very soft very quickly. On the flesh. Oh, well.
Have you seen this video?
I've only seen the beginning of it, and I'm glad I didn't see the end.
Speaking of bad habits, is there anything you would...
Well, yeah, I mean, all those things as you become... I never did the solo again, so I didn't do it when I joined the company. No, I didn't. I did the pas de quatre in Act 4, the Act 3 of Swan Lake. So, yeah, you know, the hands, all those things, like, I love doing this. But I remember the coach we had a special coach come in at the Royal Ballet School that I had never worked with before for that particular solo. And they kept complaining about my legs. And so I was very conscious of like, my legs. But yeah, fascinating to see your change as you get stronger, I suppose, with technique and all that. But I really enjoyed performing it. I remember that. Yeah. But yes, I remember being very disappointed as well. But I think that's a normal dancer's
and
thing.
in the end, you were a prize winner, so I
and yeah, I couldn't have been that.
Well
I couldn't have been that disappointed. Yeah, at least I was very fortunate. I won a prize. So yeah, fascinating.
Should we watch the contemporary?
Oh my.
Ouais. Ils sont tendus et ils sont paralysés parfois.
Oui, ils sont tendus, mais ils ont répété, ils ont confiance, ils savent que si on les présente, c'est que ça doit marcher. Ouais, ils sont pas très inquiets. Ils sont un peu inconscients même.
I'm a dancer. I believe that we learn by practice, whether it means to learn to dance by practicing dancing, or to learn to live by practicing living. The principles are the same. One becomes, in some areas, an athlete of God. Practice means to perform over and over again in the face of all obstacles, some act of vision, of faith, of desire. Practice is a means of inviting the perfection desired. It takes about 10 years to make a mature dancer. There is the study and practice of the craft in order to strengthen the muscular structures of the body. The body is shaped, disciplined, honored, and in time trusted. And there is grace. I mean grace resulting from faith. Faith in life, in love, in people. In the act of dancing, movement never lie.
Beautiful.
So that was my voice. So I had to recite the poem. So that's what I have never heard since.
Oh wow.
Since I've done it. I mean, I haven't actually seen that either. So I think that was more daunting than my memories of it.
This was a free choice variation at the time, right? And I just saw that this was Martha Graham, or was it inspired by Martha Graham?
Maybe inspired by Martha Graham,
Okay.
but
Alright.
the choreographer was Diane Gray.
Okay.
And again, we didn't do contemporary
Right.
at school.
Yeah.
So it was very challenging. But yeah, it was very exciting to do something very different. I was very daunting because obviously I was so used to dancing to music.
Right.
And to have that silence of just a voice, besides listening to your own voice, which is never very nice. It was an odd one, really odd for me. And yeah, but I suppose it's lovely to have a piece created on you.
True.
So I felt very fortunate that I had that opportunity.
Do you remember feeling more comfortable in the classical or contemporary variation?
I don't remember.
No.
It felt,
the
that
same.
when with nerves, and because I was very naive, because I'd never done any competitions or hardly any exams or anything, so I was very naive to the whole prospect. So it's that kind of slightly numb feeling. But as a dancer, of course, your senses all come alive. But sometimes you want to forget something.
Sure.
And because I felt very much out of my comfort zone because everything was so new, I have not remembered a lot. But it's lovely to see again. I would love to have that footage if there was only a chance.
I'm sure we can arrange that.
Only because I suppose I had great experience learning it and working on it, and that was really a nicer experience than the classical, because the classical I felt, I suppose the pressure is slightly bigger, I think, in the interpretation of
higher expectations over the technical side as well.
Yeah, and what they're asking of you, where this is you.
Right.
More. Yeah.
Yes. And if you could go back in time, what advice would you give yourself?
I don't think I anything would have helped. Because everything was so fresh and so new, and like anything, it's about experience, and this is part of that experience. So it's a learning curve you have to go on.
Right.
And I just felt lucky I was part of that learning curve, that I got that opportunity to be part of the competition, because I remember the director of the school at the time wasn't thinking of me. So to suddenly have a change of mind and I got that chance, I was like, wow, this is great. So I've got to make the most of it. So I think, it's like anything, be very present. And if I was saying to myself, I'd be very present, be very open to everything you hear, and don't be tough on yourself. I think that's probably a lesson we have to learn in life.
Yeah, just go for it.
Just go for it. Don't beat yourself up about the mistakes. Mistakes are there. But I think presence and focus, I think because I was like, whoa, 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 and not performing on a big stage before and things like that.
Right. And so today you've seen all the candidates for this competition. You've already given advice to yourself in the past, but maybe one word of encouragement for the candidates of today?
I mean, my first thing always is breathe. I think when nerves take us, we forget to breathe, and dance is about breathing and breath through movement, and so it's always reminding yourself that. So if I was speaking to them, breathe, feel the music and breathe, and then you find your place and you find your reason for being there and wanting to do well.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Darcey.
Thank you.